Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Working on 731. Last I looked, 64 degrees. Sky is beginning to clear out just a little bit after 2,700's precipitation last night. Nice little quarter inch there.
Yes.
Wet down the yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gardens. Fields. Pastures. Sidewalks. Patios. Carports.
If you happen to be outside.
Yeah, if you were standing out overnight, you got 2,700s on your head. Brent.
Hey, Dave.
Question for you.
Okay.
Does Mom, Arkansas Mom, does she like hot dogs or brats?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Does Jim?
I believe so.
I can't call him Dad yet because I'm not in.
Yeah, I think Dad does. Yeah.
Okay. I think my mom likes hot dogs and brats.
Yeah, good.
She likes sauerkraut, too.
Oh, yes.
Why don't we just have the folks over to your place and have brats and hot dogs and sauerkraut?
Really? Okay. Yeah, my folks and your mom are always invited over. Yeah.
What? Set a date, man. Set a date.
Okay. Well, we'd have to talk Mom and Dad into making the trip back here again.
Well,
they've made it a couple of times in the past month, so yeah, I don't know.
But Peggy has a soft spot for yours truly. I think I could call her and invite her up to your place.
Yeah, well, that is true. No, Mom, she's probably on the computer right now looking at flights.
And your mom probably would come if I invited her, and my mom would probably come if you invited her.
Well, okay, yeah.
We can have it right in your driveway. Just put up a picnic table there and eat some brats.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's an idea. Sure. I'm up for that.
Of course, a lot of the other neighbors around our neighborhood probably wouldn't mind stopping by.
Here we go. So really this idea is more of you still have this idea of some big party.
At your place. Because you're new to the neighborhood. And we could invite over the new neighbors that you spoke of yesterday.
Yes.
The Safranics.
That would be good.
They could come over.
Yeah.
We could take Peggy, our next-door neighbor, over. We could take a brat to her. The Peterson's up the way there.
Yeah.
I think, I'm pretty sure Kayla likes brats or hot dogs. She'd come down. Her parents are invited, too, I suppose. But, think about it.
Yeah, okay. You bet.
Big show today.
Yes, got a lot going on.
You put ketchup on your brats or mustard? Or?
Oh, heavens no. Not on a brat.
What do you put on
ketchup. Mustard.
Oh, gosh.
Mustard and either relish or sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut.
You like sauerkraut?
On a brat, yes. Very much so.
Oh, that's going to taste good.
Yeah.
We have that grill. We could do it inside.
Yeah.
That your dad told me about.
Yes.
That Jim told me about. That
yes.
You had a grill you didn't tell me about. Would have been nice if you would have told me, hey, I got a new grill. Why don't you come over and have a hamburger or something?
You know what? Why don't you? I'm busy tonight, but tomorrow night, why don't you just come on over? We'll open up the house, and you can just look at everything that we have. Okay? We'll just open up the door. You can just take a tour and just take a look at what we have that might interest you. And you can either borrow it or I'll make something for you.
I take offense to that.
Well,
what you're indicating I might be a snoopy neighbor, and that's just not true. I resent that remark. Party's off for now after that.
What do we got going on today?
Oh, we got a big show.
There's a lot of business to take care of.
All right. Our guest list is pretty full. We have several guests on our list here, and I'm not sure about a couple, so I think we'll just say we got a lot of people to talk to.
Okay.
I hate to sometimes preview folks and they can't make it or
Sure.
misunderstanding. So I just feel like maybe today I can tell you that on the list there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guests, and we'll be going to Varney Health Mart.
Okay.
I'll be doing a live remote there.
Sounds good.
Talk to Julie. We're going to get a hold of trade winds.
All right. Always good to talk to Mark.
I got a feeling the fish are still biting.
I have a feeling you're right. I'm interested on how much rain they got last night.
That's a good question to ask. We could, I could bring weather charts to your place when we have the hot dogs and brats. We could go over weather charts together and we could compare year-to-year precipitation amounts.
Well, sure.
That'd be something. So it'd be kind of a conversation piece to get things going.
Yeah.
I know that Jim would be interested in that. It just seems like.
Well, I'll see if Dad keeps weather charts of Bella Vista. We can compare Bella Vista, Arkansas, to Broken Bow, Nebraska.
That would be fun to compare. Really would. Then again, this next song kind of bothers me with all the conversation we're having here.
I probably need to do some checking with the Food inspector.
Yeah, the old government might come into play there.
Well, they'll get into anything else. So
They're going to get into your kitchen. You already know that, right?
yeah, that'd be a bad choice.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, we'll just have to...
Stay out of my kitchen.
Yeah, stay out of my kitchen. I guess we'll just have to fry our own fish at home that we catch from Sherman Reservoir. And I guess the question this morning is, are they still catching some fish?
Yeah, they actually are. I think there hasn't been a lot of boat traffic this week, but this last weekend they were still out there just smacking the walleye and the crappie. So
that's great.
Yeah, it is, and lake levels are holding up. We're probably down 5.5, 6 foot. But everyone's getting boats in and out just fine, and so
yeah. Well, for this time of year, it could be lower. We've seen it lower for sure. So that's good. Actually, I don't know how many more weeks of irrigation would be left, but a lot of times after Labor Day it starts winding down. So I would imagine the fall fishing might be great at Sherman too, because not as low as usual, and maybe start filling up later on.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what we ended up getting for rain around here last night. I seen there's a bunch of thunder and lightning all night, but I don't know how much we got for rain. But that would really, a couple shots of rain over the next couple weeks would really help.
It sure would. It'd be good all the way around. It'd slow the drawdown on the lake and slow the drawdown on the cost of raising the crops. So hopefully we'll get some of that. We got about a 1/4 inch here last night, Mark. That was a nice little range, so even that helps. But so
yeah, it's been a few days since we got a good one. So.
Yeah, it has been. All right, fish are biting. Get the boat in. You can still get the boats in. Still warm enough. It's going to warm back up again for folks to come over, grab something to eat, and if they're not like people who fish but like to just roll around the lake in a pontoon or pull a tube around or do some skiing, that's all still good.
Absolutely. We're still running our specials on Wednesday and Thursday for the week, so come out in that. Tonight we're doing our chicken fried steak night, when we're doing a couple special. If you bring your significant other out, your wife or your girlfriend, or hopefully you bring your wife or your girlfriend and not both.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, yes.
Yeah. It's 2 chicken fried steak meals for $30. So
wow, that's really good. And by the way, it would also be a good idea. Let's just cover our bases here. The other way around, right? If a wife could bring a husband out, that'd be a nice change of pace, I'm sure. Yeah, or maybe leave the boyfriend out of it as well.
Well, yeah. I don't need anybody rolling around out in the parking lot. So.
Sometimes I got to tell you, Mark, we make Brent nervous. He doesn't like talking about these sorts of things. So.
Well, I can understand. I'm sure that his significant other doesn't want to see that either. No,
and it wouldn't happen. I got to tell you a true story about Brent, Mark, and then I'll let you visit with him. He just
does it have to do with pronouns?
No. It's he got a guest ride last week at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge shootout, as fast as you can go in a half mile and mile in a car, and they gave him a guest ride, and he went 170.
Just over 173.
Over 170
in a mile.
In a mile, and he got to ride along and wear a helmet and the whole works. Comes back and he says, "That was a lot of fun." And I said, "Well, yeah, it's fun to go fast." This guy I'm sitting with has never went over 100 miles an hour in his life until he rode in this race car. Now, I don't know about you.
That's crazy.
I think so, too. I think some of us, Mark, probably went over 100 before we had our driver's license, and this guy hasn't ever went over 100.
Well, did he have to buy the seat that he was in?
No.
What now?
Did you have to buy the seat that you sat in?
No.
Oh, well. would have been my car and you left a pucker spot like that in my seat, I'd make you pay for it.
Oh, gosh.
You know, I was the kid growing up that if they saw him out downtown after 9 o'clock, I got made fun of. Like, Apperson's downtown. Isn't it past your bedtime? I was one of those kids, you know.
You might ask around, Mark. You know, he grew up in Loop City.
I will. I'll have to do some checking and say, Brent Apperson, what do you guys know about this cat?
Oh my!
They say nothing. he wasn't out after 9 o'clock.
I'm just going to start a list of comments for next year.
Are you? Oh, great! Can't wait.
Oh gosh.
Let's see. What is we kind of have one more really big weekend, right, coming up.
Yep.
As far as a holiday is concerned, that's Labor Day, of course, coming up in early September. What are things looking like, Mark? Are you already kind of booked up in some areas for that weekend, or?
Actually, I think we have a few RV sites left. I think our cabins are pretty much taken care of, but we still have some RV sites that are left, and and then. Actually, our next real big weekend is going to be Junk John.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then on the 24th, we got Stan the One Man Band coming.
Okay.
What else have we got going on? We got another kid out of Grand Island that's going to make a special trip out here on Labor Day weekend on Saturday to give us some live music on Saturday. And we're just trying to end the year with a bang and let everyone that has the chance to get out come out and enjoy themselves. We're going to be showing the Husker games out in the beer garden. We've got a few TVs up out in the beer garden now and in the pavilion. So we'll be having the Husker games on. We got kind of a special little menu worked up for the Husker games.
Wow.
So
okay.
Also, if the fish aren't biting and you're getting burned out on the water, come in and watch the game in the shade.
There you go. That's a great idea. Well, I know that you've shortened your hours up just a little bit here now, going into mid-August. What are your hours right now?
Right now we're open Wednesday through Sunday, and we're opening at 8 during the weeks, and then on the weekends we're opening up at 7.
Okay. All right. All that good food and fun.
Yeah, and then after Labor Day, we're talking about being open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, and that decision is going to depend on lake level and boat traffic and traffic in the marina. So. All
right. Well, Mark, thanks for talking to us today, and sounds like things are rolling along nicely at Sherman Reservoir and Trade Winds, and it's always fun visiting with you. And you go ahead and check on those Brent Apperson stories. I got to tell you, though, they're going to be hard to find.
You know, I actually already put it in my little notebook in my phone, Brent Apperson parodies. So we'll start working on them, as you know, this winter when things are a little slower for us, and I can talk to some people in town.
All right. Appreciate it, Mark. Thanks so much.
All right.
Take care.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Mark at Trade Winds Marina. They're still open for summer business, and they'd love to have you stop by, take in that beer garden, watch a little sports on the big TVs there, or eat the specials they have every night. It's a great place, and it's located on the east side of the dam. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
Get to a couple different ways, I think, can't you? You can go across the dam or come in from the other way.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
I think, well, anyway, just go across the dam.
There you go.
Go east, you'll get there. You know your way. You skied there when you were a little boy.
That was a long time ago, Dave. That was a long time. I can't even tell you the last time I was at Sherman Reservoir, to be honest with you.
Maybe it was when we went fishing together.
I think it may have been.
Good grief, that's been a while.
That's been a while. Great place, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good catfishing.
Yeah.
All right. That's a sports thing.
Nice. That was impressive.
Come on in, Mike. Let's play the game real quick, and then we
Okay.
can talk with Mike with Evans Feed.
All right, here we go. Asking questions about Richard Nixon. On August 8th, 1974, Richard Nixon announced his resignation effective the next day at noon. So here's some questions about President Nixon. Today's question, what was Nixon's first elected government post? What was Richard Nixon's first elected government post? Was he a House of Representative, a governor, a U.S. senator, or the mayor of Los Angeles? What was Richard Nixon's first elected government post? He was a House of Representative, a governor, a U.S. senator, or the mayor of Los Angeles. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It's Runza Day. Give us a call.
It's Runza's 75th anniversary. So every Tuesday in August, you can get a quarter-pound hamburger for 75 cents when you buy fries and a medium drink.
Wait, did you say 75 cents?
Yeah, 75th anniversary, 75-cent hamburger.
Every Tuesday in August?
Every Tuesday in August.
Whoa!
75-cent Burger Tuesdays this August. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
You're waking up with The Breakfast Show. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
I love it.
All right, didn't get a call. Well, these are a little bit tough, but Brent has the answer.
What was Richard Nixon's first elected government post? He was first a House of Representative. He was in the House of Representatives.
And he got all sweaty during the debate with John Kennedy. They said that was part of the reason he didn't do well in that debate. He started sweating. Got all tense and sweaty.
He wasn't used to the TV venue.
They weren't. That was the first real TV debate. And he didn't fare as well as Kennedy did because he got all, sweaty. How you get when you're in front of lights? Can you imagine how hot those lights would have been back then?
Yeah, back in those days, it would have been
Oh,
pretty
man.
tough.
Wow.
Yeah, wearing a suit. And he'd get warm pretty quick.
Yeah. And one good thing, though, the dye didn't run out of his hair.
That's true.
That's
yeah.
good.
It stayed in where it's supposed to. Didn't have a lot of hair, though.
He didn't do probably a lot of cackling, but, like some of them do. But.
Yeah. Good point. Speaking of
Tit for
cackling.
tat, right?
Yeah, that's right.
There
Come
you
on,
go.
man. Bring it on. Speaking of cackling, I like this segue. Let's talk chickens.
Hey, there's a lot of chickens in this country.
You talk about that.
There is. It's way more than what maybe people think. But, yeah, we're grinding it fresh I'd say about every third day. And we bag it, 16% layer, homemade, special recipe. And we also carry two other kinds of 16% layer, but got the full gamut.
What's the spring typically is when you think about chickens, everybody gets the little chicks and so forth, but I imagine people will need chicken feed year round if they have layers.
Yeah, the layer feed goes year round. The starter and grower, kind of dies out.
Yeah.
There's a few people that do it in the fall, but not very many.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the cattle business has changed over the years. You could kind of figure out when people were going to calve and know the seasons, but there's some people that have a long calving season.
Yeah, we're actually selling quite a bit of milk replacer right now.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's almost a year-round product now too, which is a lot different than it used to be.
Yeah.
We're selling a lot of cattle cubes, and I don't remember a year with this much grass, and I don't remember a year with this many cattle cubes being sold, but we were barely staying ahead of those cubes, and we're bagging our own on the cubes now, so it's making them a lot more competitive. It's very competitive. We're able to save a lot of money by bagging them ourselves, and we pass that on to the consumer, and so it makes our price look pretty good on cubes. We carry a 28% natural cube with 8% fat, so it's a really nice high energy cube, and it's very popular.
It works great with the grass. It also works great for moving cattle.
Yes,
doesn't it?
some people use them as cowboy cubes.
Yes.
But actually, it's way more than that right now. But it is nice to be able to rattle a sack and
There you go.
get the herd to move.
Yeah.
That comes in handy sometimes.
Sometimes you'll see people being able to just feed those cows right out of their hand. They get so gentle. So.
If you walk along and string them out in the pasture, then it's a good time to get a good look at their feet and their eyes and spray them with sometimes people use that situation to spray them with fly spray.
Okay.
And so it's always nice to be able to get your herd lined up and take a good look.
Yeah.
And there's quite a little foot rot, of course, this year because of the wet conditions, which we're not complaining about that, but it does throw Mother Nature always has a curveball. There's if it's wet, you have foot rot, and generally speaking, there's more flies when it's wet, but this year doesn't seem to be a real bad fly year for some weird reason. I don't know. Maybe there was so much rain it washed the larvae away or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we have a very nice lady who keeps some horses here. Now, she's pulled them out. I think maybe she's pulled them out for the season. I'm not sure. She's real good about not overgrazing, but we always watch them, and you can kind of tell what the flies are like. And this year they weren't too bad.
Yeah, not yet anyway. They just haven't done too much, but it's it's an issue that people are taking care of right now as far as feeding extra different products to help curb the fly situation.
They'll be around and get sticky when it gets to the end of the season.
Yeah.
For us as much as the animals do. But
so that's part of managing cattle this time of year, or horses or anything else. It's just always going to be. Talk
a little bit about the big dairy spray.
The big dairy bombs?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of history in the old dairy bomb.
It really is.
No, it goes back to the day, but we move a lot of that product, and it's very safe. And if you walk to one end of the room and back, spraying it a little up in the air, shut the door for 5 minutes, there will be no flies or spiders.
It works.
It works, yeah.
And it's safe.
And it's safe, yeah.
So
I wouldn't spray right on your plate, but
probably wouldn't be a
you
good
can't
idea.
Trust everything the government says about what's safe.
That's right.
Like Roundup.
Yeah.
But it's safe in some situations, of course.
Okay. You got some notes?
I did want to mention. So we saw a lot. There's it's a little bit of a newer product called a cobalt block. It has cobalt in it, and sometimes you see it out in the pastures. A lot of people think it's only a blue block, and right now there's actually a shortage of the blue blocks, and so we have a red cobalt block. It's exactly the same. It's just not colored blue. It's colored red. So if you can't get the blue blocks, some people are looking for the red blocks, exactly the same thing, and it's a little more, it's better priced.
Okay.
And so I just want to let everybody know, if they're looking for cobalt blocks, we have a good supply of the red ones, and they're exactly the same thing.
What is their purpose? What do they apply to?
Overall health.
Overall health. Okay.
And they're seeing, a lot of the cattlemen producers are seeing response, better eyes, better hoofs, and just generally better health, which leads to better breed back and the whole ball of wax. So if you're looking for the cobalt blocks, we have a really good supply of them, and they're just not blue. I've carried the blue ones. I've carried the red ones. The color means nothing to me because I know it's just a dye.
Yes.
But the consumer, sometimes they think one thing, and you just have to educate everybody and let them know that there's two different colors of a cobalt block.
And you have those. And
we have them, you bet.
Of course, you have the lick tubs.
Got a lot of lick tubs starting to roll out, help them utilize the drier pastures, and you don't have to go too far away from here that you run into some dryness to the west, and we've been fortunate around here. But when the grass is like this, it's a little washy too, so it doesn't hurt to get a little dry matter into those cattle, the calves. And there's some people that'll feed creep feed, some people feed tubs, some people feed cubes. But when the grass grows that fast and has that much water, it tends to not have as much dry matter. So sometimes you don't get the weight gains that you desire if they don't have the dry matter.
Well, the reproductive cycle for mother cow is pretty quick. They'll be weaning calves here soon, and they'll want to get them in shape for winter and the breed back and so forth. So all these things you're talking about fit right in. Yeah,
if you want to make money in the cattle business, you got to keep that mama cow and those bulls healthy, and that's where we come in, and we try to keep the full gamut of products that people need. Saw
you actually on video, because I was here at the studio the way we're doing it now, but I did see you guys buying up some animals at the fair again this year. Evans Feed always there. Thank you very much for that. I know the people out there appreciate that.
Yeah, it was. It's always a great honor to be out there. There was 2 feed businesses represented at the auction, and we're proud to be one of them. And it's a great thing to see all the young kids come in. It's a little tough sometimes on them when they're saying goodbye, but you got to learn young that it's part of the business, and it's a really neat deal. The fair was great. The fairgrounds looked great, and I want to tip the hat to the Ag Society for all the work that all the people there put in. It's a big deal. It's a lot of work. So,
and a lot of the Ag Society members these days are hands-on. They're out there helping actually do the labor of the fair, which they wouldn't have to do. So we do appreciate that.
Yeah, and we appreciate you guys being there too. I saw you there just as well. So it was very nice.
We talked to lots of kids. Some of them more than once, because some of them are in several different things, but all really good kids.
Yeah, it was a very good fair.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your support. I think we saw where they sold over $500,000 in sales that night.
Yeah, it was pretty smoky.
That goes out to those kids. Yeah, no kidding.
It's pretty smoky.
I think they said it was a record.
Probably was. Yeah, it was. There were some new bidders there at the auction that we hadn't seen before, and a lot of participation from area businesses, and it was really nice to see that.
Yeah, sure was. Anything else?
No, I think we got her whipped.
All right. Summer's about over. School's getting started in most schools this week even. And
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem possible, but we're through the summer for the most part, although calendar-wise we got some left, and I know you'll move right into the needs for the seasons at Evans Feed.
You bet. We're working on bin space right now, so we'll have product when the time comes.
Don't forget about Ocano, folks. If you're listening down in southern Custer County, there's a place you can stop, pick up things there Monday through Friday.
Got some wood stove pellets in, too, so it's around the corner.
So you're always looking ahead.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, thanks a lot, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Evans Feed, our guest this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll catch up on news after these words.
This is Chip with Nebraska Owners Insurance in Callaway and Broken Bow. The insurance industry is in a crazy place right now, and I understand your premiums are going up and deductibles are increasing. If you are looking to re-quote your current insurance or just have questions regarding coverage options, Nebraska Owners Insurance can help. With many ag carriers to choose from, I can provide farm, ranch, property, and liability coverage, as well as pivot, livestock, and crop policies. Contact me today at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Callaway or Broken Bow. I look forward to working with you.
Are you having foot pain that is slowing you down? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. If you are suffering from plantar fasciitis, foot pain, ankle pain, let Team Physical Therapy know. Team Physical Therapists can also assess your running and walking to help you with your foot and ankle pain and keep you active. Call Team Physical Therapy and see what we can do to help relieve that nagging foot pain. 872-5111.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Tropical storm Ernesto has knocked out power to hundreds of thousands of people in Puerto Rico as it bashes the island with torrential rain and wind. The system's expected to gain power as it heads to Bermuda. Odyssey meteorologist Craig Allen.
Now there is a possibility of additional strengthening and becoming a major hurricane by the time we get to the end of the week.
U.S. envoy Amos Hochstein is in Lebanon, urging all parties to join Gaza ceasefire talks scheduled to resume tomorrow.
There's no more time to waste, and there's no more valid excuses from any party for any further delay.
Hamas is refusing to participate. Security's tight ahead of Taylor Swift's concerts in London this week. CBS's Vicki Barker.
In the wake of last week's alleged plot to attack crowds gathered outside her Vienna concerts, the London venue has now banned this: fans without tickets congregating outside her gigs.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Attention, if you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news in a story released by KNOP. Union Pacific's Big Boy 4014 is set to hit the rails again at the end of the month for its Heartland of America tour, which includes 8 stops in Nebraska. The historic steam locomotive will travel from Cheyenne with scheduled stops in Kimball, Sidney, Ogallala, North Platte, Grand Island, Overton, Columbus, and Omaha. Public access to the Big Boy 4014 will be restricted during its stop in North Platte from August 29th through September 1st. Union Pacific is auctioning off a chance for 4 people to ride in the cab of the Big Boy 4014. Following its journey through Nebraska, Big Boy 4014 will continue its tour with stops in Council Bluffs, St. Louis, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, and Denver. The Heartland of America's tour is scheduled to begin on August 28th in Kimball and conclude on October 23rd in Greeley, Colorado. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting from Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where Minnesota Vikings first-round pick quarterback J.J. McCarthy suffered a meniscus tear to his right knee that will require surgery. The surgery will determine if he's going to miss weeks or months. Either way, if there was a quarterback competition in Minnesota, that's now been settled, as Sam Darnold will be the starter for the beginning of the season. In baseball games of note, battle of division leaders, Dodgers knock off the Brewers 7-2. Shohei Ohtani hit his 37th home run of the year in the win. Yankees get 3 Juan Soto homers and a 4-1 win over the White Sox, while the Orioles lost to the Nationals 9-3. So Baltimore's now a half game back in New York for first in the AL East. Astros won their 7th in a row, beating the Rays 3-2. They're a game and a half up on Seattle for first in the AL West, with the Mariners getting crushed by the Tigers 15-1. Guardians, the AL Central leaders, edge the Cubs 2-1. Phillies on top in the NL East were shut out by the Marlins 5-0. Philadelphia now 7-16 since the All-Star break.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Cloudy skies expected with fog in spots early today, with daytime highs approaching 84. Southwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Slight chance of thunderstorms. Tonight, lows around 63, mainly clear skies. Daytime highs approaching 84. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
Whether you're training for a marathon or spending all day on your feet, you shouldn't allow pain to slow you down. Maybe you're just wanting to be the best runner you can be. Whatever the case, we can help at Pearson Physical Therapy's Free Stride Clinic, as well as foot, knee, and hip evaluations on August 17th from 8 a.m. to noon. What about inserts or custom foot orthotics? Are they what you need? There are so many shoes out there. Which ones are right for you? Come learn about these and see how proper gait mechanics can reduce pain and transform your performance. That's Pearson PT's Foot and Stride Clinic this Saturday, August 17th from 8 a.m. to noon. Call to schedule your 30-minute assessment at 308-872-5800.
Barney Pharmacy prides themselves on keeping stocked up on the products you need. Stay hydrated with liquid IV drink mixes. Check out convenient take-along packets of these electrolyte mixes in assorted flavors. For fast pain relief, visit the BioFreeze display featuring gels, roll-on, and sprays. NextCare wound pads and waterproof bandages are in stock too. Always good to have on hand in assorted styles and sizes. Barney Pharmacy, downtown Broken Bow.
The music to get your day started right.
I listen every morning.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
It's 11 past the hour of 8 o'clock, 66 degrees outside. Cloud cover still there, but is breaking up a bit now. Winds have been out of the southeast this morning. Not a big factor so far. Barometric pressures at 29.97 and rising. Humidity at 96%. High temperature yesterday, 77 with an overnight low of 64. Sunset today at 8:40. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:48. We picked up 27 hundredths precipitation overnight. Our new total for the month, 38 hundredths. Let's talk movies, Brent.
Hey, let's do. We got just the guy here.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Stuart.
Hey, I was thinking that we got about 25 hundredths. My official measurement's my dog dish.
That's
so
perfect.
Dump that out in the
that's
morning.
That's a nice rain gauge.
It looks like about 20.
About a quarter inch?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good way to measure. Yeah. Isn't it funny how we have some cats, and you put out water for them and make sure it's fresh every day, and then they go drink out of the bird bath.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yep.
They like the real stuff, I guess.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. That's my alarm clock every day. Is we have one cat that's allowed in the house, and he wants out about 5:45.
Oh, wow.
6 o'clock, and he wants to go drink some water outside.
Now, will he make the switch for when you go back to standard time?
Yeah, right.
He doesn't do well with the clock, then, does he?
No.
All right. Well, you guys, I love listening to you guys talk about movies because you can remember all the names of the stars and all of the movie titles and all the trailers, and this is your arena, Brent. So jump right in and visit with Stuart Fox with Fox Theaters, I should say.
All right. I guess where I would start is I can't help but think back to the COVID period.
Yeah.
You know, it shut down the movie industry. We all know that. And so it's been taking a while, I'm sure you would agree, to just kind of get it back to maybe the way it was.
Yeah.
And then this past month at the Fox Theater, I don't know, there have been some times where I don't think people could find a parking spot. I think people were showing up to the movies and it was sold out. You have had two huge movies that have lit the Fox Theater on fire, and that would be Twisters, and I assume Deadpool and Wolverine has been a big hit too.
Yeah,
so
Deadpool and Wolverine, and then both of those are still there.
Yeah.
So I think Deadpool, tomorrow night's the last night for that in Broken Bow.
Is it?
It's there for another week in Cozad. But yeah, and so I was watching the original Deadpool last night. I'll watch Deadpool 2 tonight, and then I'll go watch Deadpool and Wolverine tomorrow.
There you go.
So, got to remember everything. Yeah. But yeah, Twisters has been amazing. That's been our number one movie this year. But you're right. Yeah, COVID hit us, and then things were starting to get back, and then we had that actors and writers strike last year.
Yeah.
And that just torpedoed the industry. And so things are actually kind of back to normal now. And I was talking to my film booker the other day. Last 8 to 10 weeks, we've owned the movie theater 20 years. I don't know if we've ever had an 8 to 10 week period where we were so busy for so long. We've had busier movies, but it's always been an up and a down.
Mm-hmm.
There's been no downs. I guarantee if you go talk to the staff, they're probably ready for a break.
Yeah.
It's been so busy. Last night, we've got another one, and it's called It Ends With Us. And that is a movie based on a book by Colleen Hoover, who is very, very popular. And it was free popcorn last night, sponsored by Nebraska State Bank. I was down helping because we were training some new employees this week. And I will say the crowd was mostly ladies. That's what that attracts. And with that being said, we are planning to do a ladies' night out a week from today.
Hey, that's neat.
So, yeah, we did one last night in Cozad. It was sold out. We actually opened it up for tickets, and I think we sold it out in about 8 hours. 126 people, and so they had a great time from what I hear last night. And we're going to do that next week in Broken Bow, and we're also going to do it in Central City. So Kincaidor will be our partner. It'll be in the upstairs theater, and don't have a lot of details yet, but it'll be 7 o'clock next Wednesday in the upstairs theater, and we'll have Kincaidor there. So there'll be some adult beverages there, and then in our theater in Central City, we're partnering with Prairie Creek Vineyard.
Nice.
So, yeah. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Have you do you know the movie that'll be
the It Ends With Us?
Yep, It Ends With Us will be the movie that'll be presented.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we've done some of these ladies' nights out. We haven't done a lot of them in Broken Bow, but we usually try and find one that appeals to the ladies. And we've had some guys say, "Well, why don't you do that for us?
Yeah.
Or maybe do a Husker game or that." Well, we got to be a little careful on the Husker games because we might have gotten in trouble with that one time. So.
Well, you know the old saying that Bob Bowles had. Easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, right.
Well, I do have a cease and desist from the Big Ten Conference, so I don't know about that.
I guess that didn't work out.
I'll ask for permission next time.
Okay.
I'm kind of proud. If you're on the Big Ten list, I'm proud of you, Stuart. That's kind of cool.
That was about, I don't know how long we've been in the Big Ten, but it was the first year. And when I answer the phone and, this is Mark Rudner from the Big Ten Conference, you know it's not going to be a good day.
Yeah.
Not a good call.
Yikes.
Was that for the basketball?
No, it was football.
It was football.
When it was Big 12, it was no problem.
Okay.
And we, if you remember, we used to show all the Husker games there at the theater.
Oh, I went to several of them.
Yeah.
It was a great atmosphere to go to the theater and
honestly,
watch
we
it.
had no idea we were doing anything wrong.
Right.
But Big Ten Conference is that's a different beast.
Yeah.
So,
yes, it is.
But we do rent the theater out for private parties. So that is a possibility if you want to have a private event there. So.
All right. Well, let's get people up to date on what's showing. We mentioned It Ends With Us is there. Deadpool and Wolverine and Twisters going to kind of go, for tonight and tomorrow night?
Right. And then Deadpool will leave. So we'll have Twisters for another week, and we will have It Ends With Us for at least another week. I'm really excited about this next movie.
Yeah.
It's a fairly small one. It's not a big release, but we have it at all three of our theaters. It's released by Roadside Attractions, and it's called My Penguin Friend. And it is based on a true story, and it happened in South America. I don't remember if it was in Brazil or where it was at, but I think it was a gentleman that rescues a penguin, and I think it was probably in oil or something, but basically it was near death, and he nurses it back to health, and when it gets back to health, it leaves, and goes and does penguin things, I guess. But what's so cool is the next year, it comes back to him.
Oh, wow.
And it stays for a period of time, and then it leaves and comes back. Every year it comes back to him. And it is, like I said, it is based on a true story. I think it'll be just one of those feel-good movies. But it's a fairly small movie. A lot of people probably haven't heard about it. So it's PG, so it's family-friendly. So I think it looks great. Google not only the movie, you can watch the trailer, but you can actually Google the story, because that's what I did, because I was like, is this real? But sounds cool.
And
so we're
is.
excited to bring that one in.
Well, I don't know anybody that doesn't like penguins to start with, and then the animal stories. They just get to your heart.
Right.
So
yes.
Yeah. I think it said they basically the penguin thinks that this person is a penguin.
Yeah, or parents. Yeah.
But it doesn't like other people, so it knows him, and so looks like a great story.
Yeah.
So.
And that'll start on Friday then and go through the weekend?
That'll start on Friday. It'll be here usually when we bring in, when we open them on the national, and this is what they call the national break, we typically have to have them for at least 2 weeks. So I expect it to be here for 2 weeks.
All right.
Yeah. So
wanted to ask you about your summer movie series. Are we through that now? Is that done?
Yep.
Okay.
A week ago was our last one, and we had a great turnout, and we'll continue that. We could have done it a little longer in Broken Bow because school doesn't start for another few weeks.
Yeah, right.
But, typically, we kind of end that early August just because school is getting ready to roll. But had great crowds, and we have a lot of the daycares bring kids, so we really appreciate that. Markham Construction was our sponsor in Broken Bow, and we could not do that without them. Down in Cozad, it was Frontier Health and Frontier Medical, I believe, was our sponsor down there. So we really appreciate the sponsors stepping up, helping us to do that. We will have a series coming up in December, for Christmas. So we usually do those on Saturdays. So that'll be the next one coming up for that.
All right.
I'm going to go back to where we started here, Stuart, the COVID drought of movies during that period of time, and then some of the other things you mentioned. But during COVID, we need to remind ourselves that there were theaters going broke.
Mm-hmm.
There were theaters that weren't showing movies, but the Fox Theater showed older movies just to make sure people were still coming to the theater. And I think people appreciated that. I hope they don't forget what you guys did during COVID, because you allowed us to come out and see a movie, a John Wayne movie or whatever it was, to go to the theater and eat that popcorn and get through that period of time.
Yeah, the support was great, and we wouldn't have survived without that. I mean, we worked our tails off during that period to kind of keep the doors open, and we're pretty grateful. And I'll be honest, with COVID and as long as it took to come back, I mean, we're 4 years, 4 years in plus into that. And at some point, you're kind of like, is the movie business ever going to come back? And even a year ago, we were still like, man, I don't know, is it ever going to be kind of back? But I think this summer kind of proved that people do want to still come to the movies. They want to go. They want to see that in that communal environment. Because, like I said, we have been so busy for the last 8 to 10 weeks. So I think that just goes to show that the movie business is alive and well.
It's doing good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you for having 3 theaters in the town of 3,500. It's pretty amazing. And plus, Cozad, the beautiful restoration that took place there, and Central City. I don't know if you mentioned it last time, but I don't think anybody would have thought at one time that Fox Theater in Central City would be where people from Grand Island have to go to see a movie.
Right.
I understand that may change.
We get at some point that will change, but there's really not a full-time theater, around that area except for us. I think they'd have to go to Hastings, and of course Kearney lost one of their 2 theaters as well. And so, we do have a pretty big drawing area. Even in Broken Bow, we draw from such a long distance away. It's always fun. I can always tell when people are new because they pull on the exit doors. We got the double doors or exit doors, and it's like, okay, they've either never been here or they're from out of town.
Yes.
Or and it's always fun for me because it's like, all right, we got somebody new coming
from everywhere.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stuart.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. We'll take a time out with these words. Don't let falling behind on your spraying affect your yield. Now is the time to book fungicide and insecticide applications on corn and soybeans with Aero Aviation. Not only can you fight disease, but you can improve plant health at the same time, increasing yields. Easily control insects like grasshoppers, rootworms, beetles, and western bean cutworms with the help of Aero Aviation. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim with Aero Aviation at 308-872-5113 to talk about your options.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the savings this Friday and Saturday at the Secret Garden. They have everything ready for fall and want to help you decorate for the new season by offering 15% off anything orange. Open Friday from 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. The Secret Garden, 15% off anything orange this weekend. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7 says, "Give all your worries and cares to God, for He cares about you." Located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north, the Secret Garden.
The calendar has flipped to August, which means it is time to get the corrals fixed up to bring the cows home. Moline Seed and Fence has post, pipe, continuous fence, gates, and all your watering needs in stock and ready to go. When you start planning your fall fencing projects, give your Central Nebraska headquarters for fencing supplies a call. That's Moline Seed and Fence in Gothenburg. Call 308-529-0781.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brett.
8:25, and the sky is darkened again. The clouds have closed back in. Prairie Pioneer Center will be serving lunch today on this 14th day of August, and they'll have stuffed pepper casserole, tomatoes, zucchini, and fruit. If you'd like to come and eat and you haven't been there for a while, call them. Let them know you're coming at 872-6121. Or if you've never been there before, call 872-6121. And you can also use that same number to set up delivery to your home if you like. Coming up, plan to attend the annual gun show, which is coming up this Saturday and Sunday here in Broken Bow on the 17th and 18th, and being held at the One Box Convention Center here in town. Over 80 tables of firearms, ammunition, and accessories. All local, state, and federal firearm laws will be enforced. The admission, very reasonable, $5. Kids 12 and under are free with an adult. There's a concession stand that will be there, provided by the Four Valleys 4-H Club. 9 to 5 this Saturday, 9 to 3 this Sunday, the Mid-Nebraska Rifle and Pistol Club's annual gun show.
The Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce reminds you that there's a few weeks left for Market on the Square. Market on the Square will be in downtown Broken Bow tomorrow with vendors bringing in products all over the board. There's sure to be something for everyone. You can find the vendors in the square tomorrow, and they'll be there from 10 until 4 for Market on the Square in Broken Bow.
We did receive a question from Mildred this morning in our chat box here. It said, what business was where Runza is now? The question again, what business was where Runza is now? And Mildred, I can answer that with confidence because I actually worked in that building back in the early 1970s to mid-70s. It was a Coca-Cola warehouse. And they had a warehouse here stationed here for many years. Mr. Beekman, you might remember, ran that warehouse for a number of years. John Seymour, also another person who ran the warehouse. And I actually ran it for a year and delivered Coca-Cola products all around the area. And then the folks in Grand Island at the well, that's where they bottled and put the pop in the cans and bottles, eventually closed the warehouse, and it became later on Runza. And so a little fork truck in there, and you loaded up every morning and went out and delivered. And back in those days, you picked up all the return bottles and brought them back and hauled them down to Grand Island, and they'd wash them out and refill them. I still think that's a pretty good idea. I wish we were still doing that. We don't recycle as well as we should, but if you can get a nickel for a bottle of empty pop bottle, a lot of times they would be picked up and people would make a little money off of them.
Yep.
So anyway, that's the story there, Mildred. Thanks for asking. Nebraska State Bank, well, Stuart Fox just here. He heads up the bank there, but they are looking for some good help. They're hiring right now. You can apply for full and part-time tellers. They're looking for candidates who are energetic, friendly, and outgoing, dependable, accurate, and a team player. And you can send your employment application to Betsy Smith. You won't find a nicer person to talk to. You can also email her at bsmith@nesb.bank. Or for more information, go online to www.nesb.bank/careers. Nebraska State Bank and Trust is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC. Again, full and part-time teller positions are open at Nebraska State Bank.
Well, it's happening to everybody in the area. When they wake up on Wednesday morning, the first thing that enters their mind is this question. What's for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture in Square One in Broken Bow? So we are going to tell you right now. Here is What's for Wednesday. Chapin's Furniture is excited to move into the fall season with new seasonal florals and decor. So stop in and let them help you with new, fresh ideas without overhauling your house or your budget. Also, if you mention this ad, if you walk in and say, hey, I heard What's for Wednesday on The Breakfast Show, you can receive 20% off Rome and Illume candles. Scents like Midnight Pumpkin and Wildfire. Also, the summer clearance continues with Square One Boutique Fashions, now discounted down to 40%. There you go. There's your answer. That's What's for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture and Square One, south side of the square in Broken Bow.
Sounds like some really good deals today. Nebraska Land Hearing Center, located on the east side of the square in Broken Bow. Well, they have been here for a while. Roxanne, certified hearing instrument specialist, was living in Grand Island for a number of years and had a center there for many, many years. Decided to come back to Custer County and lives here in Broken Bow. And she is certified with over 35 years of experience right here in town. So if you're struggling with your hearing or worrying about missing out on conversations with family and friends at gatherings, stop to see Roxanne. She can help you out. She offers free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for new and returning patients for buying local. And she also offers all the different technologies and price levels as options for you to consider. And you can make an appointment by calling Roxanne at 308-384-3852, located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building. The business name is on the glass window on the front. And I will add to that, I know you see commercials all the time, probably in the paper, online, on some radio stations that tell you, hey, you can just order these on the internet. You can. And then when you get them and they don't fit, or something doesn't work, or you're wondering why they're not working like they should, you know the saying, who are you going to talk to? Well, if you buy them with Roxanne, you can talk to her, and she offers that free service after the sale when you buy your hearing aids there.
The Nebraska State Rodeo Association will be hosting their association finals coming up in early September at Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington. On Friday, September the 6th, it'll be first responders and EMT appreciation. The rodeo will be at 7 o'clock on Friday, September 6th. There will be a Calcutta following the rodeo, and then the band Full Denim Jacket will perform from 9 to midnight. That's on Friday, September 6th. Then on Saturday, September 7th, it's College Football Fan Day. Steer roping at 9 o'clock in the morning. They'll have the rodeo in the afternoon on Saturday, September 7th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then you can stick around and enjoy the Husker football game at the Beer Garden at 6:30 on Saturday, September 7th. Following the game, the Tyler Anthony Band will perform that night from 10 to 1. And then on Sunday, September 8th, it'll be Military Appreciation, Cowboy Church at 8 a.m., and then the final performance of the rodeo at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, September 8th. Nebraska State Rodeo Association Finals, Friday, September 6th, Saturday, September 7th, and Sunday, September 8th at the Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington. For tickets and more information, go to DawsonCountyFair.com. It is sponsored in part by Lexington Tourism.
Thank you, Brent. To add to the question that Mildred asked, I should also say that there was a period of time after Coca-Cola Company discontinued having the warehouse here that Broken Bow glass.
That's what I was thinking.
Was in that building. I got to thinking about that. In between Runza and Coca-Cola was Broken Bow glass. Boy, you got the old brain cells going here for us this morning, Mildred. Thanks for making us think.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Rustic and Red, oh my goodness. Join them Thursday, tomorrow, for the end of the summer Sip and Shop Bash. The sipping starts at 4, but you can shop starting at 10 a.m. until 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. 30% off lanterns and baskets, 30% off hanging signs and pictures, 30% off mirrors and clocks, 40 to 50% off selected ladies' apparel. Some exclusions may apply. Sales and a chance to register for their door prize will run all day. And this door prize the chance to register for a second door prize, let me clarify here. Also a second door prize offered from 4 until 7 p.m. Everyone gets a valuable coupon to use on their next visit. So if you go down tomorrow or tomorrow evening, you'll get a coupon. So when you go back to Rustic and Red in Cozad on Main Street, next time you'll save money again. It's the end of the summer Sip and Shop Bash, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. at Rustic and Red in Cozad, right on Main Street. Wonderful store.
Yeah.
Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow believes that an active life is a nurturing experience at their facility, and residents can thrive and live an active lifestyle. Activities can bring about a feeling and sense of self-worth and well-being. Some daily stimulation and physical activities include movies, music, crafts, games, and exercise, things that we should all be involved in. Also, they offer gardening, cooking, and outings in their new outdoor area for the folks who live there. It is a specialized Alzheimer's and dementia care assisted living facility, Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow. If you have an interest in knowing more about Quality Senior Villages, just call 872-6387.
The Garden Center wants to remind you that there is still time to get your landscaping projects completed. Stop in and see the selection of perennials, trees, and shrubs that they have waiting for you. In fact, now is the best time to get them planted so the roots have time to get established and they will bloom bigger next spring. Also, while you're at the Garden Center, make sure you check out their new candle scents, house plants, pots, and potting soil. And don't forget to try out their prairie patio furniture and find the best selection for your patio. It's heavy-duty furniture that is built to last. And the moms are coming, so mark your calendar to stop in and see their beautiful selection. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, Saturday from 10 to 2. That's the Garden Center. Make sure you check them out on Facebook.
We'll be broadcasting live shortly from Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow. See what they have for end of summer specials going into school season and fall. And we have more guests on our list as well. So keep your dial set right where it's at. Here's the Black Crowes and Lainey Wilson together, a song called Wilted Rose.
Tideland ATV in Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and ride.
Convenience. It's something we all look for in our day-to-day life, and sometimes it can be hard to find. Fortunately for you, you can stop looking for more convenient ways to bank. At Bruning Bank, our online and mobile banking is there whenever you need it to make sure your finances are in order. From keeping tabs on your account to setting up spending controls when you're on vacation, you are in control. And with a lot of the scams and fraud in today's world, you can look at the checks you write, transactions on your account, and set up alerts. It's time to build, grow, and thrive. Call Bruning Bank today. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
The warm season is here. Feeling motivated to get some projects done? Your first stop should be Ansley Lumber and Supply. If you aren't as motivated as you'd like to be, when you see the quality products and materials they sell to put on your home, you'll be ready to go. Composite decking from TimberTech and Armadillo will stand the test of time. Pella and Marvin windows will keep the outside air out and the inside air in. Top it all with Tamco Titan XT roofing, tough like a roof should be. Metal is another option for your barn dominium, shop, or other roof as well. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Take a listen to the list of projects that MC Fencing can help you with. Fencing, including builds, removals, and repairs, plus cedar tree cutting, including those hard-to-get spots like side hills. MC Fencing uses professional-grade equipment, which means you receive the most efficient and cleanest job possible. The journey toward their fair and competitive pricing begins with a free estimate. Openings are available now, so call Martin Castro at 308-870-6227. MC Fencing, serving Custer County and the surrounding area. 8:43 the time. Dave Burney is headed to Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow, or Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow, and we will be finding out what's happening there here in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. That's coming up on The Breakfast Show. Right now, I want to take time to let you know about a job opportunity that is available. Kincaid Brewing Company in Broken Bow is looking to hire line cooks, part-time or full-time. Wage will be based on experience, starting at $16. You must be 16 or older. Stop in and fill out an application or contact Corey. And you can also email at Corey, that's Kori, at Kincaid.com, or you can call 402-239-9873. That's 402-239-9873. Come work in a fun atmosphere with friendly people. Again, Kincaid Brewing Company in Broken Bow looking to hire line cooks part-time or full-time. Also, the Anselmo Myrna Athletic Booster Club invites you out tonight to the Food Bar in Anselmo. They'll be hosting their fall sports kickoff event. It'll start at 7 o'clock this evening. It'll be at the Food Bar in Anselmo. It's open to the public. You can come out and have a hamburger meal for a cost of $5. They've asked me to serve as the MC of the event, so looking forward to that. We'll be visiting with coaches and players of the Anselmo Myrna volleyball and football teams tonight. So come on out for a fun event. The Anselmo Myrna Athletic Booster Club hosting their fall sports kickoff tonight at the Food Bar in Anselmo, starting at around 7 o'clock this evening. We'll take a time out. We'll see if Dave's getting ready to go. We'll send you to Varney Pharmacy, hopefully next, here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's midnight. Banking time. Really? Well, yeah. I just got back from watching my son play the sport he loves 2.5 hours away. My family's asleep, and I have a little bit of quiet. Need to look at and sign our loan renewal? Done. Need to deposit a check? On it. Need to transfer some money to my daughter in college? Taken care of. Nebraska State Bank has the ability to make sure I can do my banking when it fits my schedule. So yeah, midnight is banking time. My banking time.
Nebraska State Bank, Broken Bow, Callaway, Myrna. Member FDIC.
Good soil starts with good seed. Arrow Seed is big on performance and believe that clean, quality seed simply performs better. Soil Builder cover crop mixes from Arrow Seed were developed to improve soil health and provide maximum benefits to the next planted crop. Cover crops planted after wheat, corn, or soybean harvest not only increase nitrogen supplies in your soil, but also reduce erosion, conserve soil moisture, reduce compaction, and suppress weeds. These benefits to your soil also benefit your bottom line. Learn more about Soil Builder cover crop mixes and how they can work for you by visiting arrowseed.com or your local Arrow Seed dealer.
Red Hot Buys are happening right now at RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow, including on Milwaukee products.
Buy a brushless compact drill, an impact driver kit, an impact wrench, a grinder, or a sawzall, and get an M18 red lithium battery for free. That's $159 value for free. Or buy a Milwaukee drill driver and impact drill kit, a 4-in-1 installation driver kit, or a 6-inch pruning saw kit, and get a handled LED floor light, high-capacity battery 2-pack, compact cutoff tool, or ratchet completely free. RT Ace Hardware, proud to be your locally owned Ace store.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's the best start to my day.
All right, sounds like Dave has made his way to Varney Pharmacy. You know, we have this thing here back at the studio. You can listen to someone in what we call queue before you actually go live and bring them up live on the radio so all of you can hear it. And it's always fun to listen what is being said sometimes in queue, as it sounds like Dave is sharing with folks there at Varney's about about how he's working out and sharing with them details about his workout routine. That's been really interesting to listen to. So let's go to the guy who's been working out and has found his way to Varney Pharmacy as we say good morning to Dave Burney.
And I said, come on, Apperson, we can have a party at your place. Some brats, maybe some sauerkraut. Just set up some tables. Oh, we're on the air. I'm sorry, Julie.
Whoops. I don't think anybody heard that, though.
I did mention before I went on the air, and I did hear Brent talking about us being in queue, about working out, and I always get inspired when I come to Varney's because of Hannah, and because of her guns,
Her guns, and if you could see her six-pack.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Wow.
But I have a 12-pack.
You do? Is it cold?
No, it's very soft.
Oh. Oh, Dave.
How's things at Varney's?
It's pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, we're doing well.
We were in yesterday, and everything. I looked around. I thought, hey, we're going to have some things to talk about because everything's all set up here. Summer is winding down. Fall is starting. What's the feel here at Varney's?
Well, there's, with it being fall, there's new allergies coming on. I'm kind of stuffed up myself this morning, and so there's still the allergies. We have allergy medicine. We have some on sale, and there's sinus infections that come from your allergies. Mm-hmm. And there's a little bit of uptake in COVID right now.
That's what Dr. Jacobson told us the other day. He said he's seeing a little bit more of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we do have the home COVID test here if you need to.
Okay.
If you're curious, want to see if you have COVID, and we have the test. And you can always go through our drive-through window or call us ahead of time, and we can charge it to your debit or credit card and have it all ready for you. We'll just pass it through the window if you're sick.
Okay. And back to the allergies.
Yes.
It's been a tough summer period, and now we're going into the fall, and it's a little drier than it was earlier in the year. So you have this dilemma. Do I have allergies? Do I have sinus infection? Do I have a cold? All of those questions, and I know whatever the application is, whatever the doctor recommends, you guys can take care of it.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Yes, we have a good selection of allergy medicines and nasal sprays. Nasal sprays are very important for allergies. Mm-hmm. It might even be more important than taking a pill. So, might be. But you can talk to the pharmacy when you come in and make sure that whatever you're taking goes along with the prescriptions that you're on, and we're always willing to help.
Okay. All right. Let's take a walk. Where would you like to go?
We're right here close to the puzzles, and Brenda asked me if I could mention them today because we still have a good selection. We've sold down, but there's a good selection, and I don't know, puzzles are good to do all year round. It doesn't matter. You have a table that you can leave out, start on a puzzle when you have a few minutes, and or if grandkids or friends coming over, you can have a cup of coffee. Well, maybe iced tea and...
Yeah, a lot of people do just have a little nook where they can set it up and work on it when they can. Some of the folks I know have known like to do it daily just for a little while.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good idea. If you're paying bills, get away from paying bills. Go sit down on your table, relax, do the puzzle. And I want to brag a little bit about the puzzles that Brenda brings in. The name of the brand name is called Suns Out. And every single puzzle is made in the United States. They're eco-friendly, soy-based inks, and they're on recycled board.
Wow, that's all good.
And they're not sold in the big stores. Just
That's
independent.
even better.
That is even better.
Yeah.
So come on in and take a look, see what we have.
And we'll put together a puzzle probably that is kind of unique and not being put together everywhere else.
Correct.
Yep. Okay.
You know, and last year we did have a table set up with a puzzle that if people were waiting for their prescriptions, they could come in and sit down and do the puzzle. And we've had people asking if we're going to do that again this year. So I think we probably better do that.
Yeah, I think you should.
Well, I want to take you over to an end cap that Brenda has out here on display. It's a really, we have all our first aid Band-Aids. There's quite a few of them on sale right now with the Next Care brand, which is a good brand of Band-Aids. There's waterproof, pain-free removal. There's some Tegaderm here. And you know, everybody gets little cuts and scrapes all, all the time.
I was thinking as you were describing all these products, how often we go, do you have a Band-Aid?
Right.
You know where we can get a Band-Aid? And I know that we try to have a first aid kit, maybe a little something put together that would have some of these products in them. Now would be the time to do it where they're on sale.
Yes, it would be a good time. And I had a little owie on my leg, and I had the clear waterproof one on, and it was hard. Of course, I'm older. It was hard for me to see. The outside is clear, and it's like, okay, where's the end of this for me to get this off?
Yes, yeah.
But they're a really good Band-Aid. And then just below that is our BioFreeze. So, you know, you've been out in the yard working hard, you've cut yourself, you come in, you get the Band-Aid, you get the BioFreeze to help your back and your knees, maybe your wrists. It's really a good topical pain relief.
Yes.
And it's cooling. So it's not the heated one, it's cooling. And it comes in a gel, a roll-on, and then I think this must be a foam.
Looks like
it's a spray.
Oh, spray.
Spray, and it is menthol, and it's really nice. I like it.
And then the next shelf down, electrolytes.
Electrolytes. These are the liquid IV, and it is very important if you're working out in the heat. Well, at any time, you need to stay hydrated. But when you're outside, you don't always realize that you need some liquids. You've sweated and. These are, these come highly recommended by doctors, and they're little packets. There's 6 packets. It says 6 stick packets. This flavor happens to be strawberry. It's called Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier. You just put it in your glass of water. It's 2 to 2.5 times faster than water alone. It has 3 times the electrolytes. 5 essential vitamins, B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C, and has a great taste.
And you just put it in the water.
Yes, and let me see if it says it's probably 12 ounces of water, I'm assuming. I know my one son uses this. He works on the farm, and he swears by the Liquid IV.
Well, I think we've had a lot of discussions about this summer. Dehydration.
Yes.
It sneaks up on all of us. When you get older, dehydration is really a serious situation, and a lot of times you don't know until it really gets you down.
That's true. I mean, it can really make you sick, very sick.
And foggy-headed, the list goes on of some of the effects of dehydration. It's pretty serious.
It is.
Yeah.
And like you said, with us being older, I mean, we could end up in the hospital.
Yeah,
so
it happens.
We have to be careful.
So this is a good way. If you're one of those people that don't like to just drink water all the time, at least when you drink the water with this in it, you're increasing your chances of not getting dehydrated. So
correct.
Very important.
Yes, and we have the strawberry. I think, this is lemon lime. And what is this one? Tangerine.
Tangerine, that'd be interesting.
That sounds good.
Okay, so it tastes good. You're likely to drink it a little more often if you're one of those people who, I don't really like water unless I'm really, really hot. You know,
right.
I'm one of those.
Are you?
I struggle drinking water, and my wife reminds me all the time that it's very important.
It is very important. You do need to keep drinking.
And coffee is not a liquid that helps you out, by the way, nor is alcohol.
It dehydrates you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about a little bit. We have sale flyers when you walk in from our south door, and we have some good sales in there this month. And also when you walk in that door, we have some of the products that are on sale. We have the smaller bottle of Dawn soap, $1.28. There's a double roll of paper towels of Scott, and they're $2.48. We have single rolls. And also another product that's a good buy. We have the Crest, the regular Crest, the original Crest, that's the cavity protection, and it's a 4.2 ounce tube for under $1.
Wow, under $1.
I know.
You don't find that very often.
No, you don't. So I just wanted to mention that. Pick up a flyer and take a look at all our ads that we have.
A majority of your traffic that comes into Barney's comes in the south door.
Correct.
So a lot of the things that Julie's talking about, you'll see the end caps here we've been talking about, the table with the hot deals on it.
Yes.
So I know a few people come in the north door, but most come in the south.
Yes.
So you'll kind of see this right when you walk in.
And if you don't, just ask. We'll show you where it's at.
Right.
And then also when you come in that door, we have a nice little display here. There's a few baby items that I was just kind of showcasing that I think are nice for newborn. We have the first teddy bears. One's in pink and one's in blue. And then we have nice swaddling blankets that are cotton. And then we have the bigger, like the bamboo ones that are their swaddle blankets. And they're really nice. Oh, look, what's under that one? There's another, my first doll, a pink doll.
Very nice.
And then,
boy, that's a great painting there. Or
the truck.
Yeah, the old pickup.
Mm-hmm. That is pretty.
That looked great in a lot of different rooms in your house. Check that out.
Yes. And then we have these little items that are called crystal expressions. They're beautiful to hang in your window. Or if you have somebody up in assisted living, it would be really pretty in their window. It doesn't take up any room. There's flowers, there's a star, there's angels, and then we also have like little flowers that are in a pot that are the crystal expressions, and then the cross.
Great gifts.
Yes.
Yeah, or for yourself.
Or for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you know what? After you walk by these end caps, there's always the baker's chocolate.
Yeah. I was thinking that same thing. Then you get to some food.
Right. And then also we have their salad dressings. Then we have the ranch and the sweet onion. That's really good.
Have you tried it?
Oh, yes.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. And it's good on a lot of things other than just your salad. You know,
right.
Yeah.
I think we found out that salad dressing can be used in lots of different things.
Lots of things. Marinades. Even if when you're grilling, you can brush your vegetables with it or meats.
Probably put it on a bratwurst.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know, maybe you need to take a bottle of that to your neighbor and then he'd maybe grill brats or...
Well, he has a grill that he can use inside. That the folks gave him. He didn't tell me about it.
Oh.
So you could cook brats or hamburgers in the house and then put the salad dressing on them.
Yeah.
Sandhills.
Yes, Sandhill salad dressing.
Well, we'll work on that.
Okay. And then
let's see. We got a little time left. What else did we?
There's these little pocket charms. I don't talk about them very much. People like to get these for a thinking of you gift or a get well gift. Most of them are small enough that you could put in an envelope and mail it. There's just different ones there. Oh, I guess I might as well mention while I'm talking about putting these in an envelope that Debbie does. She has put out her Halloween and Thanksgiving cards, which means the selection is best right now.
Right now. And honestly, Halloween is not all that far away.
It isn't. We're in the middle of August.
Yep.
Yes.
So we'll start talking about other holidays later.
Yes.
So,
Talking about that, Labor Day is coming up, and we will be closed on Labor Day. It's September 2nd.
On Labor Day.
We will be closed.
Otherwise, you'll be open.
Yes, correct.
Okay, Julie.
Thank you. So plan ahead for your prescriptions because that's going to make that will be closed 2 days in a row, Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have enough to get through the holidays.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dave.
Thanks, Marge. Thank you. Thanks for using us to promote your products and services here at Barney's.
Hope you get it.
Oh, okay. I was yelling across the store. How rude of me.
That's right, particularly with the robot running.
Yes. Thank you for having us come and promote your store. We appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys a lot.
Well, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
What year did you
graduate?
What year did you graduate again?
1972.
Oh,
1 year behind you.
Yeah. You ever think about retirement?
Yeah, I think about retirement. That's about as far as I get.
I know. I know. So people ask you all the time about retirement. You go, I don't know how. How do you do that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what I do.
That's it. We want you to stay here with your fine crew that you have here.
So do I.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Keep working out, Dave.
I'll keep working out. Hannah, what do you think?
You're looking great.
Oh, thanks. Stop it. Oh, gosh. Julie, thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Always a pleasure to have you in.
It's always fun. Back to you, Brent.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. 9:02 is the time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Inflation cooled a little more than expected in July, edging below an annualized rate of 3% for the first time since early 2021. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
Food prices up 2.2% from a year ago. Food away from home was up by 4.1% from a year ago. For those who are eating in, food at home prices up by 1.1% from a year ago.
It could seal the deal for an interest rate cut. Hundreds of thousands of people have no power as a powerful storm lashes Puerto Rico. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez.
Overnight, Tropical Storm Ernesto slammed Puerto Rico's east coast, packing with it heavy rains, flash flooding, and sustained winds up to 70 miles per hour.
The Biden administration is stepping up pressure on Hamas to attend new ceasefire talks with Israel. U.S. envoy Amos Hochstein.
We know it's urgent because the hostilities between Hezbollah and Israel have only escalated.
Talks to resume tomorrow. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, picturing yourself moving in and calling it home, and quite another navigating the world of price negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. An agent who's a Realtor can make understanding that world easier. Realtors have the expertise, access to proprietary data, and tools to help you get from imagining living somewhere to actually doing it. That's the kind of help we can provide, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where Minnesota Vikings first-round pick quarterback J.J. McCarthy suffered a meniscus tear to his right knee that will require surgery. The surgery will determine if he's going to miss weeks or months. Either way, if there was a quarterback competition in Minnesota, that's now been settled, as Sam Darnold will be the starter for the beginning of the season. In baseball games of note, battle of division leaders, Dodgers knock off the Brewers 7-2. Shohei Ohtani hit his 37th home run of the year in the win. Yankees get 3 Juan Soto homers and a 4-1 win over the White Sox, while the Orioles lost to the Nationals 9-3. So Baltimore's now a half game back in New York for first in the AL East. Astros won their 7th in a row, beating the Rays 3-2. They're a game and a half up on Seattle for first in the AL West, with the Mariners getting crushed by the Tigers 15-1. Guardians, the AL Central leaders, edge the Cubs 2-1. Phillies on top in the NL East were shut out by the Marlins 5-0. Philadelphia now 7-16 since the All-Star break.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Cloudy skies expected with fog and spots early today, with daytime highs approaching 84. Southwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Slight chance of thunderstorms. Tonight, lows around 63, mainly clear skies. Daytime highs approaching 84. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
At our studios, currently 66 degrees with cloudy skies. Winds are kind of showing a south direction. south-southeast direction, 5 to 10 miles per hour. The barometer 29.97 and the humidity up at 95%. Well, with the rain and thunder shower activity that rolled through the area last night, recorded 27/100ths of an inch in precipitation here at our studios at 7 o'clock this morning, and that will bring our August precip total up to 38/100ths of an inch as recorded here at our studios during the month. High yesterday in Broken Bow hit 77 with the low dropping to 64. Our sunset this evening is scheduled for 8:40. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
ADM Regenerations is the industry's leading program for rewarding ag producers for conservation practices on their farms. ADM makes it easy to enroll and participate. There are no long-term commitments, and we pay generously for practices like cover crops, emission scoring, no-till, and nutrient management practices. ADM appreciates all you do to protect your land and legacy, and we believe you should be rewarded for it. To learn more about your state's incentives, visit admregenerations.com.
Show. Good to have you with us. You are listening to KCNI and KBBN Radio. Of course, this year we're very excited that KCNI Radio is celebrating its 75th year of being on the air. Hard to believe that KCNI AM went on the air 75 years ago this year, and we will celebrate that anniversary in full coming up in the month of September. And as we celebrate, we have been doing some $75 weekly cash drawings in honor of the 75th anniversary. We already have several weekly winners that we have drawn for, and we will continue to do that into and through the month of September. Now, if you're lucky enough to be one of our weekly winners in our Thrive for 75 giveaway registration, you will then have the opportunity to win up to $750 in cash or a brand new, beautiful, big Weber grill. So we're excited about those giveaways, and we are going to open up the text line and the phone line for you right now and give you an opportunity to get registered for our $75 weekly cash drawing, which we will be drawing for coming up on Friday morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. So we'll give you a couple of opportunities and ways that you can get registered. You can call us at 872-2801. That's the number to call. Now, if you want to text, you can text your first and last name to this number, 308-870-0333. Now, that number is text only, 870-0333. So text your first and last name to that number, or you can call us at 872-2801, and we'll get you registered to win in our $75 weekly cash drawing. All right, the phone line and the text line are now closed. Thanks for calling. Thanks for texting. Those of you who did will get you registered to win in our $75 weekly cash drawing that we'll be doing on Friday morning here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Dave Burney has returned to the studio from Varney Pharmacy. I'm sorry. Are you really working out? You know, you really ought not lie to people.
Well,
but I guess I shouldn't say that. Maybe you are working out. Can you give our listeners? Well, you're listening, or I was listening to you in queue before we brought you live on the air so that everybody could hear you. But you were visiting with the ladies at Varney Pharmacy about how you've been working out, and I was just curious what your workout regimen entails.
Well, I took a walk on Monday.
That's good. Walks are good.
I've been doing some exercises that were recommended for me to do.
Oh.
And I have been lifting my wife's weights a little bit while I watch TV.
There you go. That's good.
And
can I ask how much weight you've been lifting?
Well,
like 20 pounders for each arm?
No, they're about 2 pounders.
Oh. Do you struggle with or are you pretty good? How many reps? That maybe is the question. How many reps do you do there, Dave, with the 2 pound weights?
I try to do 20 reps with my arms out, and then there's a couple others I do to try to, stay loose, stay strong, stay healthy. And I am mostly doing it to try to impress Hannah.
At Varney's?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell she works out. She looks very fit.
Oh, man, she's solid as a rock. You felt her muscles. You felt her cannons.
Yeah.
Or abs, or whatever they're called, What are they called? They're, your arms, your muscle, your arm muscles.
Yes.
She's got big arm muscles.
Yes.
They're rock hard. I didn't ask to feel them today. I figured I'd be after
good.
3 times might be one too many. But you need inspiration. You need inspiration.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, I'm glad that's. I guess that's the first I heard that you kind of are doing a regular workout routine. So good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you.
It's pretty regular.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's good. Hey, what's on your mind? What do you want to talk about?
Sandhill salad dressing.
We have a few minutes left. Sandhill salad dressing.
I think it'll go great on brats.
I heard you talking about that. That's available at Varney Pharmacy, right?
Yeah, right on the end cap there, right below the candy. But I probably could buy you a bottle if you want to try it on experimental brats, since you can grill inside. Or according to Jim, your dad, you don't have to go outside with your neighbors and show yourself. You can just grill right in the house. So you could try some brats and put some of that on there. And if they're good, then we can incorporate them into our cookout we're going to have for the neighborhood at your place. You know what else would work for a party?
What else would work, Dave? Pizza, yes. Pizza would work.
Now,
sure.
You wouldn't have to make it. You and Shelley would just have to buy it.
That's what I was going to. Oh, here we go. Back to Brent and Shelley. Back to you hosting. Well, actually forcing us to host a party at our house.
I think
your idea.
Forcing is a little bit strong.
No, I don't think so. I think that's exactly what's going on here.
I'm encouraging.
Yes.
And
I do like the idea of ordering, though.
Okay.
And not having to fix anything.
The Pizza Hut, you can order.
Yeah.
And they'll deliver in no time. And now they deliver a lot more. As we talked about, it took a long time for some of these businesses to come out of COVID. It damaged their businesses' walk-in and delivery. But Pizza Hut has delivery now from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Monday through Friday, and all week long delivery from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m.
There you go.
So we could set up, let's see here. Well, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then 5. So what do you say if we have the party at your place, we order them up and then have them delivered about, 5:30, 6 o'clock?
Well, it kind of seems like you're turning into the, what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm a party planner.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Party planner. You're the party planner, Dave, so there you go. Yeah.
And I want to just tell you this. If you and Shelley feel a little bit coerced into this and forced, then I would offer that when we order from the Pizza Hut, if you guys want extra cheese, I would pay for the extra cheese.
Would you? You're so kind.
You're going to pay for the rest, but I could pay for the extra cheese, or maybe a pepperoni or two, extra pepperoni if you wanted, or green peppers or whatever you want to add on there. I'd pay for the additives, but the main pizza part.
You're all heart. Considering this is all your idea.
After all, it's your party.
Yes. Feel free to call Pizza Hut, by the way. 872-6472. I think they have I believe this is still going on. If you're just looking for a meal for yourself, they have what they call the Hut Box, I believe, which is going to be sticking around. And you can get, I think it might come with a personal pan pizza. You can get that feature. You can also get it with one of their delicious melts as well. So check it out. It's a nice meal for you as an individual if you're looking for something like that.
Or with fries and wings.
Yeah.
And at only a cost of $6.99.
There you go. So check it out. Pizza Hut in Broken Bow.
Right on, dude. So you're doing the emceeing tonight.
Yes. I'll be in Anselmo. We're going to the Foo Bar, and Anselmo, we had Tom Griffith and Kevin Safranek in yesterday on behalf of the Anselmo Myrna Athletic Booster Club. They're going to be hosting their fall sports kickoff event, and they've asked yours truly to be the MC. So we'll be at the Foo Bar tonight for that event. Come on out and join us. Starts at around 7 o'clock. They'll be serving a hamburger meal for $5 to enjoy. So come on out. We'll be interviewing coaches and players of the volleyball and football teams for Anselmo Myrna. And we encourage you to come out and have a good time. It's open to the public. So come out at around 7 o'clock to the Foo Bar in Anselmo.
Would you ask Tammy something for me?
Okay, do I need to write this down?
Oh, I think you'll be able to remember
I'll be able to remember it, okay.
Ask her brat recipe.
Okay.
Ask how Tammy makes her brats, because she knows her way around the kitchen.
All right.
And maybe she'd have some ideas on a Brent brat. That's what I was thinking, actually naming the brat after you.
Oh, yeah. I've never had a food item named after me before. The Brent brat. I actually like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Kind of, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil something for you, but if I come up with the name, and there's a lot of brats that are eventually sold under Brent Brat, the royalties are mine.
Oh, well, of course. Yes. I've been around you for 30 years, Bernie. I know exactly how you work. Yes.
It's just called business. It's just business.
It's just called business.
Don't worry about it. You getting excited for football?
I am getting excited for football. Going to be here before we know it. Couple of weeks away.
Yeah.
So, we are looking forward to it. We've kind of put our broadcast schedule together for the fall sports season. And
volleyball?
A lot of volleyball we're doing again this year as far as play-by-play is concerned. And then, of course, we'll be watching the cross-country and girls golf teams in the area as well. So, we're looking forward to the start of the fall sports season. We'll be releasing our broadcast schedule coming up soon, so be watching for that, and that'll kind of show you where we plan to be during the course of the fall sports season. Mr. Crawley and I will be teaming up again to do Broken Bow football. Looking forward to that. Our first game of the year, we get to just kind of go across the street to Shadron. So,
lucky you.
Yeah, but it's like, Kirk Crawley worked with Kirk now for this will be our 8th or 9th year working together. Might be our 9th, come to think of it. But he's a glass half full guy.
Yes, he is.
You know? And so I'm like, oh, boy, we get to go to Shadron for the first game. Oh, you know what? That'll be great. We'll get it out of the way right away.
Yeah, get that
According
trip.
to Kirk, yeah.
Well, and, of course, all the fans and student athletes and coaches make that long trip, up there. And, next time, Shadron will make the long trip down here. So that's kind of the way it works. But, yeah, and, getting home late is not as much fun as it used to be. A
little more difficult than it was when I was back in my 20s.
Yeah.
Dave, when I first started this.
Yeah, it changes a little as you go. But
a little bit.
Exciting. Volleyball, golf, cross country, football. By the way, for you folks out there who been thinking about bowling this fall and winter, I'm going to give a little plug here for Pleasure Lanes. They have winter leagues probably starting sooner than you might think. So if you're putting a team together or you're thinking about bowling this year, they've totally redone
it looks great.
Pleasure Lanes. It's a super nice facility after all the renovations. And so it might be a good year to, well, you know what, rather than sit home every night of the week during the cold months, get you out, get you exercise, get you some social activity, and, give it a shot. See what you can put together. Like radio guys don't have friends, so you can't put a team together very well if nobody wants to bowl with you.
Correct. Good point.
You folks out there could put a team together. You've got friends,
and it's a great place to hold a party too. And I think they're very open to that. So,
take in a movie at the Fox, and then go bowl.
There you go.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
There's plenty to do when you think about it. Put it all together.
Let's see. Want me to write that down?
For the Pleasure Lanes?
Yeah, Pleasure Lanes. That a live read? You want to charge them for that? Or
maybe we could do a barter on that one.
There you go. I like that idea.
We could go out and bowl a few frames. I guess the last time we bowled was when we had a going-away party. And went out and I bowled. But the timing is not there anymore. I used to bowl quite a bit. I bowled on late.
Yeah, I'm trying to, if I remember right, I believe that there was a cash prize that was up for grabs for whoever bowled the highest score. Gee, I wonder who won that.
I think it was Jeremy.
I wonder who won that.
Wasn't Jeremy the top bowler?
No, it was not Jeremy.
Wasn't Christy because she was stomping her feet
it was not
around.
Christy. She was upset. She wanted to play another game.
Oh, jeez. I want to play again. We got to play another one.
I think Christy would have went the entire night until... Yeah, she would have just went the entire night in hopes that she could make up enough pins to actually win it.
Did you hear any more about her baton twirling tonight?
No, I have not. I believe that they've been trying to coax Christy into kind of being some of the entertainment at the Anselmo Myrna Fall Sports Kickoff event. I think they've been trying to get her to perform at the event for the last, 2-3 years?
Yes.
However long they've been doing it. And I just don't think she has agreed to it yet. Being an Anselmo Myrna graduate, you would think that it would be a perfect fit, because it's my understanding she still twirls the baton.
I think she twirls out in her driveway just for fun. But
she was a baton twirler back in high school. Am I correct on that?
But I understand through some of the internet chatter that her coordination is not what it was. She's having trouble. Well, she throws it up and she hits her in the head.
That's not good.
No, it's a little painful.
You want me to contact her and ask her?
Yeah, you can go ahead if you want to.
Be a great way to end the show.
Yeah.
This is Christy.
Hey, Chris. Well, hi. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
We're doing fantastic here. This is Brent and Dave. We're live on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And yesterday when we had our friends Tom Griffith and Kevin Safranik in to talk about the Anselmo Myrna Fall Sports Kickoff tonight at Foo Bar in Anselmo, 7 o'clock, by the way, they brought up the idea of you bringing back your baton twirling routine to entertain folks tonight. And we were just wondering if you had thought about that and if people could expect that if they came out to the event this evening.
No, I'm sorry. I will not be twirling the baton anytime soon.
You know, Christy, if you can hear me, I brought out a mower for you to use some time ago, and I noticed.
No, I can't hear you very good, Dave.
Well, let me just say this: I saw baton skid marks on your driveway.
No, you did not.
Yeah, you've been practicing, but this on internet that when you twirl it up, you're getting hit on top of the head.
But it is my understanding when you were in high school, you did twirl the baton. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was a baton twirler.
Yeah. Did you have a little routine that you did, like for every home football game or something like that?
Yes, we were in the marching. We led the marching band. You know, we had a majorette, and then we had twirlers, and then the band.
Oh, nice.
We performed at halftime of the football games all the time.
How high could you throw the baton and still catch it?
Oh gosh, not very high. I wasn't that good. I am not like the kind you see down at the professionals. I'm not that good.
Did you ever light them on fire?
No, I never had a fire one, but I had a lighted one. Made you think.
Oh,
fire.
A lighted one. Oh, nice. Was it a strobe light? That'd be cool.
No,
I
actually think I still have that one too.
So how did you light the baton? Was it did
battery.
you?
It had lights on the end of it. It had batteries you put in it to light it up.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't a real flame.
Yeah, I thought maybe she strung Christmas lights around it or something. So okay, well, all right. We just wanted to check.
Oh, glad you did.
So thanks, Christy.
Yeah, goodbye.
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Bye. All right. There you go.
With Christy, if the guys wanted to really get her there to twirl, it would have had to been a competitive challenge.
Yes, because she wouldn't turn that down. There's no way she would. Let's see. Anything else, Mr. Bernie, that we need to discuss before we wrap it up for today? I think we've taken care of all the business.
I think so. No, I think enjoyed stopping into Varney's and talking with everybody there and looking around. They've got, as mentioned, some holiday cards in already, and Halloween cards. Seems impossible, but the selection is really the best right now. So stop in, and allergies, they can help you with that. And so I enjoyed seeing everybody there again. And no, I think the day has been completed as far as the on-air goes. Okay. Now it's, paperwork.
Yes. There is some of that in radio. Yeah. All right, so we'll get ready to send you back to regular programming. Of course, on KBBN Radio, the Totally Awesome 80s is coming up at 10 o'clock.
Oh, boy.
I'm excited.
I know you are.
I love that hour. So that's coming up on KBBN. Jack Simpson, how's Party Line going over there? He gives me the thumbs up. Jack is your Party Line host now on KCNI Radio. So join him for Party Line coming up at 10:30 this morning.
Is it true? I saw on the internet that Jack actually started in entertainment business with The Simpsons.
Oh, the cartoon television show.
Yeah.
Maybe. Is Homer Simpson your dad? Okay. Just. I think it's time for us to close the show. We will.
I hope Homer's not his dad.
Don't. We're out of here. Have a nice day, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow.